Welcome back to the Double B Bowling Show. I'm sorry, it's been a long week. Can't talk.
It
I am
has.
your host, Blaine Hunt, with
I'm your
co-host Bobby
co-host.
Habetler.
Co-host.
Yes, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. How you
It
doing?
has. Been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a hectic week, and it kind of started this weekend. Not so much for me. I had a pretty laid back weekend myself, but
I don't know.
yeah. I mean, Bobby, you had quite the I would say quite the past couple weekends, so to say.
We could say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the AYBT's Facebook post kind of said it best. Is like
Yeah.
whenever you're hot, you're hot. So let's just jump right into it. I mean, we've been away for a little while. We haven't really. I mean, we've been in touch obviously, but we haven't really been active a whole lot lately.
Sorry,
Let's
guys.
just jump right into it. I mean, what did your weekend consist of? How'd it go?
So I bowled the Elite Youth Tour Battle Royale Major this weekend. Had some very good bowlers staying at my house, so I had to kind of live up to the expectations, I guess. Um, the short pattern in Saturday morning was about -40 going in the last game, shot 130.
It's always that's the key to success right there.
So finished the short block at like 116 under. I think I was fourth after then, and I was like one shot away, like under 10 pins from third. So kind of regrouped, had lunch, went back for the long in the afternoon, and still missed way too many spares, but I think I was like 19 under. So like 125-ish overall going into the medium block. And honestly, I was just trying to mentally reset. Like it's a new day, it's a new tournament. Bowled a lot better. Not didn't score as well like in qualifying, but definitely physically feel like I threw it better, and mentally, which is more there, I guess. Um, so I think that block around like 50-ish under. Still missed too many spares. So I was fourth going in the match play, or it's like an eliminator. So
Mhm.
at least for my division, the top eight made the cut. 1 and 2 got a double bye. 3 and 4 had a single bye, and then 5 through 8 pulled one game, and the low two scores were out. And I believe Andrew Blaney, he's somewhere out east. I can't really zone it in, but he's from somewhere out east. He was third. So it was me, him, Connor Anderson is from Wisconsin, and I forgot the last kid's name. Going to that game, well, honestly, throw like my best game of the tournament. I shot like 220. Um, just kind of locked in all game and didn't really look back. I think I went clean, or no, I opened the 10th, but it was already wrapped up. So got through that game. The 1 and 2 seeds come in, and so it was me and Andrew Blaney got out of that match, and then Brandon Caruso and Alexander Horton came in for that. And going through my mind, I was like, "Oh Christ, I need a big game," and just try to stay afloat between Alex and Brandon. Andrew didn't have the greatest look, um, so I think I shot like 2 teen and made a 4-7 in the 10th to lock out Brandon after he threw probably the best three shots in the game in the 10th. So it was me against Alex Horton in the finals. He just didn't get lucky, missed a spare in the first frame, and I just locked in and just kind of threw better shots, I guess. So
Yeah,
kind
I
of
remember you telling me like one point you were not bowling the greatest, but
no.
you were still like placed decent. And I kind of like I had to take a second before I responded because I wasn't really sure what to think. Like I didn't really know what was really going on. Because originally I was going to come up that morning or later that morning, and kind of just like hang around, watch, go get lunch, and just get meet some new people, hang out for a little while. Long story short, that ended up happening. I overslept, and I just decided to stay down here, and I watched some softball, and yeah, that was the extent of my day. But anyway, I just remember seeing you told me that right away, and you said something about missed too many spares, missed makables, this and that, whatever it was. And it really just caught me off guard. I was like, I mean, yeah, I kind of figured scoring pace would be low, but I wasn't really expecting that low, so to say.
And they weren't that hard.
Okay.
It's like it's just that center. It just messes with everybody mentally. I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. But it always does.
I don't bowl there enough to really know.
Just a hard.
I've bowled there enough to have like that idea though.
Right.
Like it can get to you.
But like if you bowl there enough and then go to like go bowl at like a different center, you bowl so much better.
Oh, I know.
It's crazy.
Like how we managed to do what we did in the doubles tournament, I don't know. But
I don't know. I feel like because like we didn't throw that many shots, but like we did at the same time. True. So it's kind of
that could be too. We struck a lot, put it that way.
Yeah, we did.
Back to that review, we were like #whacked them.
Yes, we did whack them. So the last game, I shot like 220 something. Alex shot like 170. He was actually one of the guys staying with me. Very, very good bowler. One of my close friends. There's not much else to say, I think. Congrats to Kayla Starr, Landon Jordan, Issa Cologne, Nolan Blessing, and I guess I can't zone in on who won U12. I think Caston Dews and
sounds right. Let me look
Addison Cole, maybe. But all the champions, congrats. It was grueling weekend. And since I had those like a ton of people stay in my house, I didn't get a whole ton of sleep.
Right.
And I'm 40 minutes from the bowling alley, and we started on Sunday we started at 8 a.m. So it was long days.
The winners were Alyssa, Caston, Kayla, Landon, Isabella, Bobby, and Nolan.
Okay.
So I think you hit all of them right there.
Yeah, I think the girls I may have messed up on, but yeah.
Yeah, it happens. So I'm speaking of that that page. I was scrolling through my Facebook feed today, and I saw your quote, and I thought it was interesting because I didn't realize that you hadn't won the major before. Obviously, like I knew you'd won a couple other EYTs, but I was not aware that you hadn't won the major. And it is your hard work definitely has been paying off within. I would even go like back to state tournament in Peoria is kind of whenever I feel like you kind of got hot, and then I wouldn't even say like you cooled off over the summer. There just wasn't a whole lot to bowl.
Well, for the SYC, I think I bowled pretty well.
Oh yeah, I forgot you bowled that at the SYC. I'm sorry about that.
No, all good.
But like even still though, I mean, I go back to whenever all the state tournament was going on in Peoria.
Yeah, it was March.
And yeah, March, April. That sounds about right, somewhere in there. Whenever you basically had back-to-back 800 sets, or virtually anyway, it was like, I think you told me it was like 2 shots away in each set or something like that. Something crazy.
It was close. It was like 770, 780.
Right.
The last game, the second one, I think I shot like 220 the last game, and I had 550 at the turn.
Okay, so yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I go back to that, and then obviously, like you said, SYC over the summer, and then I mean, as this year's kind of getting rolling here, this bowling season that is, I would definitely say the hot hand lies in the Habetler camp right now, without a doubt.
Thank you.
Without a
Honestly, like I kind of agree. It kind of started in March when like all the 300 just kind of got rolling.
doubt. Hmm.
I shot my second one in practice, and then I feel like I was shooting like once or twice a week for near close to a month,
Oh yeah.
and it just kind of wrapped up in Peoria. Thank God.
I I had a stint my freshman year because it just reminded me of that, where I think I had a total of I think it was like five. I think I had five to seven. So it was like five, six, or seven of them within like a month or month and a half span, and three of them were sanctioned. One of them came at the ISST in Springfield, and then I took Monday off, and then we had our regular practice on Tuesday, and then I had to go sub and league that night, and then shot another one that night. I went like 202 the first game, and then I ball changed going into game two, and I missed twice the rest of the night. I shot like 258, 300.
Jesus.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it
And
was insane.
in Peoria, I had the front 11 the first day, like the first day
Mhm.
too.
I remember because you shot, was it 99, I
299.
believe?
Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
it was like,
ranked
yeah,
10th.
something like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got like 250. No, I had the front 11 the first game. So I
Mhm.
had that and go like 250 and like 230, I think. So we had, and for that event, I was bowling two squads of each.
Mhm.
So like, and we like that day we bowled two squads, singles, doubles, and team.
Right.
Except Black Widow
Um,
2.0.
yeah. Yeah, basically.
Except
Um, let's jump back to this weekend a little bit. What are the balls that were in play this weekend throughout the weekend for you?
oh,
You
like
don't
the
have to
ones
name
that look,
all, just some of the main ones you threw.
like the ones that look really good.
Yeah, basically.
Obviously the purple hammer. That's what I threw pretty much all day in the medium
Mhm.
and in the finals. Um, Venom shock on the long, and I threw a Zen a little bit in the medium as well. And the short,
Okay.
obviously, purple hammer all
Right.
day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
was kind of lucky. I could get left like fourth arrow with my purple, and it was
Yikes.
still there.
Wow. I mean, hey, you can wheel the lane with purple. Just
It
saying.
was the old one too. It wasn't even the new one.
I've heard the old ones are better at wheeling the middles than anything.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, that I wanted to just ask that because um, I never asked about it during the weekend. One, because I didn't want to mess with, your mental game or anything. I knew you're just going about yourself, doing things the way you know how to do it. What are some of the this is another one I'm just kind of curious to know, like some of the keys or the like the thoughts that go through your head that just kind of, kept you calm throughout the weekend and propelled you to, your ultimately your first major win.
I think just knowing that, yet I wasn't bowling my best, but I was still close enough that as soon as I get into match play, like it's one there. It's not one in qualifying. So like as long as I get to match play, I can
Mm,
just get in a run. And that's happened what I did, and that's at least for all the local tournaments here. That's mostly how they are. Um, One of the few ones that are a little different is the PBA Junior, which that's like a
yeah.
long sprint or a long marathon. Um, and it's kind of weird. All the local tours like do that short sprint and qualifying,
Mm,
and then match play is a whole different animal. And that's honestly, I think that's why I've been so good recently, because I just find a way just to make the cut, and then just kind of get re-locked in just for match play.
yeah, and that's something that we talk about um, at tournaments all the time is we may not be throwing the ball the best, throughout qualifying or have a game or two that are just kind of but we still just find a way to get into the cut. And then, what I always say, at least to my dad, and what he says back to me is, once you're in, anything can happen.
Right.
And I can't even begin to tell you how many times, not only like myself, I've kind of proved that to myself and to like other people. And then like I've seen other people like the same way. Like I didn't even know how well they were bowling throughout the AYBT in Lockport. I had no idea Matt Dvorsky was bowling that well all day. No
Right.
idea. I saw he was in the cut and I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe he just kind of snuck his way in there because I wasn't really paying attention to, like numbers, who was where. I was just like, oh, well, he got in. Great.
He was consistent.
Well, yeah, right, exactly. And then I realized like as we were going through, he just stayed that way. And ultimately that's, I got him the win. So
Right. I
just
should
goes to
have.
show you don't have to shoot big scores. You just have to get in.
Right. Yeah. So I can remember. I think it's the first match on like the match play you could say on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was on the practice pair. I had a bye, and I kind of got a look with two balls. I was throwing a purple and then an idle that had pretty good look. I'm like, well, because I got two shots in each lane, and I threw two or like 1-1 or 2-2 just so I got a look with both. And the idle didn't look bad. It was just split more than I wanted. I'm like, okay, I'll just go with the purple because I'd rather flat 10 than big four.
Right.
And then magically was able, I left a couple of 10 pins, but luckily just able to strike when I kind of had to, just string a couple in the middle of the game.
Mm-hmm. I remember there was one shot, and I think it was the one that you had sent to me. I don't know exactly what ball you were throwing. I'm assuming it was the purple.
And match
Um,
play?
yeah, I think it was in match play.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, as soon as I got a match play, that's all I threw.
Okay. But either way, you had sent me that shot and I just couldn't pick out what it was. I think immediately I thought it was your Black Widow. And for whatever reason, I just assumed that's what it was and just never asked. But either way, whatever it is you were doing on that shot, like it was just pure. It was nutted. Like, there's no
It was
denying it was
kind
too
of
nutted.
weird because I had to like kind of mess with my hand a little bit, just like get through the heads because
Right.
they look so early and Alex on a purple too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like every couple shots, I just gotta move a couple. But like one shot, I would move, it would flat 10. Then like I'll throw it there again, it would hook off there. Like
Right.
if it was best of three or best of five, don't know if I win that match.
Yeah. And that's the crazy thing. Not like, well, I guess that is just mainly this sport, but like in general, I mean, you think anything that goes to, 5 or 7 games or matches, if you want to talk volleyball for that matter, it's anything, is on the table. Everything's in play. And there's no denying that. There's no way to dance around that. I mean, it is what it is. And at the end of the day, you just got to lace up to the best shots that you can and hope that you come out on top.
Right. So let's push forward to this weekend.
Oh
What
yeah,
do we got going on this weekend? Are you gonna be up in Addison?
I plan to be. At the moment. I'm like 90% sure that I will be. Um, this week's been a little hectic. Not even gonna lie, it's been a little crazy the last couple days in itself. Um, that's mainly on me. Just got behind on school stuff a little bit and took today and kind of got myself caught up and I didn't really feel the greatest yesterday and it kind of got into today a little bit of a migraine thing. It's just a weather change. Happens every year when harvest is going on. So it's nothing new. Just sucks, just the timing because I feel like I'm throwing the ball the best I have in a long time right now. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm planning on being up there that for this weekend. I don't think there's anything Saturday to bowl. So
There is, but I'm not bowling it.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
don't think there's anything anyway.
it's yeah, some adult tournament is far. I'll just take the day off. I got a league in the morning anyways.
Right. So yeah, I think I'm gonna bowl that on Sunday. Be my third trip there this year. Second trip. Second
My
trip.
second.
Second trip because we bowled ISST and then or no, I'm
I'm
thinking I'm thinking college because we'll bowl there like 2 or 3 times. So I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself even yet. But I
know
will say this.
in
Yeah,
January, there's the BPA tournament. I'm going to watch that for sure. I'll be there.
I don't know if we're going to that one for sure or not.
I just saw a couple schools that I know that are going. Like, oh, that'll be
I can see it on my calendar really quickly. I know we're going up there for, I believe it's Warhawk.
okay.
But so let's see. We have mid states out in Wichita in 3 weeks. So that'll be fun. Not, I hate to drive out there. The Warhawk we are going up for, and that is December 3rd or 4th and 5th. We're leaving on the 3rd, is what it is.
Okay.
And then we'll have finals for school the next week after that. So after that, I don't really know. It's kind of just up in the air at the moment. I think we're going back to Hoosier. But that's another ways down the road. So, but yeah, just looking forward to this weekend. A couple of good practices this week. A decent league night last night with like 680 with a couple opens and no mismakeables. So that was good. And I got 5 twice. So that was an adventure.
Yeah.
Roto grip record, man. Ball, it's league pattern. That ball is it. I'm telling you. Love it. And 795 was it last week, and I had one open.
Yeah, I saw that. It was good ball.
Mash. Yeah, you thought I threw the Zen. Come on now. You know, yeah, come on.
I mean,
I
that's
have been
kind of
throwing
what
the
we've
Zen
been
a lot.
throwing.
Yeah, I have
That's
been
all
throwing
you've
that
been
ball a
doing.
lot. I told one of the guys today, I was like, if I'm getting anything different or like anything next, it's like it's either going to be another Zen, another phase 2, or another hustle PBR. That's it.
Yeah, I just got another Zen. Obviously, from winning the EYT, you get a free ball.
Right,
That's
right.
what I got.
When do you get your ball from Edgar for the AYBT doubles?
I assume he'll have it at the next AYBT. So
Okay.
that'll be the 6th, 7th, 8th. It's the second Saturday in October. It's in
Um,
Wauwatosa.
oh yeah, that's right.
It's supposed to be the major, but there's
Oh yeah,
not.
because you guys that one's AYBT Saturday and then JBST Sunday, right? Or is it flip
Yes,
flop?
I'll be bowling the ISST though.
Is there an ISST that weekend too?
Yeah, it's the same day as the JBST.
Oh, that's in Rockford, isn't it?
Yes, to Don Carter.
Hmm. Both centers I'm not real fond of, so I don't know what I'm going to do that weekend yet. Actually,
Where's the
well, yeah, I hauled
JBST?
that weekend. Huh?
The JBST?
I'm pretty. No, it wasn't at Wauwatosa. It's not in Wauwatosa. It's in Milwaukee, I think.
Yeah, I think it's at AMF West. I think
Never bowled there, so I don't know.
that place is interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I have that weekend free at the moment, so we'll see kind of what comes up whenever we get a little closer to that. But as of right now, focus is probably Saturday. Get another decent practice session in, and then make the haul up to Addison Sunday morning from either campus or home. Right now, I think it's looking more towards campus at the moment, so that'll be fun to drive from here up to there, back down to here to go to class the next morning.
Well, at least it's into the JBST. They start at 10 a.m.
Oh, I know. Tell me, I did that one time too. I drove from home, left at like 4:30, got up there, bowled all day. That was the one I finished second into Acosta too. And like we didn't leave the bowling center until like 7. I got back to Bloomington at 9, and I was like, I'm just beat. I just couldn't do it anymore. Bowled really well all day, but I just oh man. After Lockport though, like I had a feeling, like you just know, like you get that feeling like you're just mentally exhausted and just don't even know like how to function anymore. That's how long it had been since I'd had that. So I got back from Lockport that night back down here, and like I immediately just like crashed. It was rough. The next couple of days to recover were very much needed. Let me tell you right now.
Yeah, I feel that. I actually took off a couple days like during this week. I practiced Monday. Did not feel the greatest Tuesday, Wednesday, so took those days off. Back at it today.
We had a couple off days this week. We practiced Thursday, and then I had Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. We had Monday off, and then we practiced Tuesday. I don't remember. Or we had a workout day yesterday, and then we had another practice today. All we did this week was just Baker stuff, um, getting ready for mid states because we'll bowl a little bit of Baker in that tournament. So just wanted to get a feel. Trying to find, to find a decent lineup that is okay for now, and then obviously we can just kind of tweak as we go. Um, yeah, it was good. We worked on a couple things, found some stuff we liked, some other stuff we didn't like. Obviously, I found that I really like this phase two the way that it's drilled right now. The one that I got from you anyway, I drilled it pin under my middle finger. I don't know if I told you that yet or not, but
Not my favorite.
oh, dude, it's money ball. At least today it was. Like I had like 4 different looks with it, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty well locked in here. As long as I threw it good, oh, forget about it. It just throws pins everywhere, like I've never seen.
Not my
Love it,
favorite.
love it. But see, like that's what scares me. So I'll dive into this, and we can start wrapping this up a little bit. Um, that's what scares me is like you didn't really like the phase two, but you kind of like your Zen Master. So I think I'd be the opposite. Is like I really like
It's
the phase two, so I don't know if I like the Zen Master at all.
it's very close. It's kind of like it's like in between that and like an axiom.
Yeah, see, I'm not overly fond of my action at the moment. I mean, I guess it's because I'm kind of just seeing what I like to see out of like a phase two or a Zen at the moment because they just complement each other so well. Like tournament wise, anyway. Like league wise, I'm just other record. That's all I need. So
I think the Zen Master is a little touchy with surface.
okay.
Um, it's a little like I need to hit it with some surface. I'm gonna throw it at some tournaments, I think.
Do you not that this matters to that ball, but do you have a dark code by chance?
No.
Would you be interested in a dark code by chance?
For the right price, maybe.
Well, I was thinking more like a trade.
I know you're gonna ask, and no.
No, in all seriousness though, like I don't know. I haven't really had the opportunity to throw it enough on something sport pattern ish, and I'm scared
Both too
to
clean for sport.
see. And I feel like it's too skid flippy on even a house pattern too. And I don't want to hit it with surface on like if I'm bowling in league, like I don't want to hit it with surface and have it look really good because then like I'm gonna get trapped and not want to throw it anywhere else but on league.
Yeah, I bowled the SYC doubles with Brandon Caruso, and his looked
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to knock it down first, do a surface change first, and then if I don't really like how that looks, I kind of want to re-drill it how I
Well, I
wanted to
think
drill it in
on
the first place.
I think on long patterns it'll look good when like you need to get inside, but there's still like a ton of out of bounds, right? And like just because it circles so much.
Right. I mean, that's the one thing I know I can do with it. I can also do that with a Zen too. So my Zen
Well,
actually, I actually knocked that one down a little bit, not hard, but like I took a tiny bit of the shine off, so it actually like blend the middle a little bit better. And I
well, isn't
really, really like how it looks right now.
isn't the dark code a lot cleaner though?
Yeah. So this is what I'm thinking. It's because the core is just so strong.
That's kind of how like all the code balls are, at least for
Well,
the.
and they put that REX cover on it too.
That's true.
So I don't
I'm
know if
hoping
it's
for that
just one
cover.
or the other trying to fight each other,
I'm just not a
or
fan of
what
that
it
cover
is.
in general.
Yeah, I don't know. If anything, like I want to try a surface change first, and then I want to if I don't really like how it takes to that, then I would probably look into plugging it and then re-drilling it how I wanted to drill it in the first place, but I backed out of doing it that way because I'm an idiot. Um,
How's the drill now?
yeah, right now it's got like my base like benchmark ish layout on. It's like 55 by like 4 1/4 by 35, I think it is. Pin
Probably
right
too
above the
much.
bridge. Yeah.
There's probably too much like rotation. Like
And we'll see. And it's weird because I put that layout on my UC2
That ball's so
and
good. I need to get one.
I need to get another one. Um, I put that layout on that ball and it was just like heaven. Like I fell in love with it immediately. I still love it to this day. I just don't throw it a whole bunch.
I
But
should have gone that instead of a Zen.
eh,
But I
I don't
can't
know.
complain. I can't complain about a Zen.
I think I like the Zen just a touch more, but I want to get another one, another Zen, and I want to do something like totally different on it, like totally out of something I've never done before.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a shorter pin on mine, and it kind of handcuffs me because I can't really hook it that much. So
right.
I
You
get
got to
to not
trap
put
it a
it in front
little.
of me.
Yep.
Yeah, so I gotta drill like a longer pin just so I
Mhm.
can, so it's just more rounded.
Well, and see, mine's even a little on the shorter side too. I don't know how long exactly it is, but I know. Well, I 4 1/4 is above my bridge. Well, my Zen is above my ring finger. I have to measure the angles again. I don't remember exactly what it came out to be. But like I want to do something a little bit longer because whenever this one sees the middles too fast, I kind of want something that'll almost like skip the middle and then just kind of boomerang almost.
That's kind of what the Darko does.
Well, see, that's the thing though, is they don't match up enough. Like they're too similar is the problem. But even I feel like even if I hit it with surface, it'll blend it too much. Well, then I have too much of like an asymmetric phase too. So like I almost just want to
Or
get
just
rid of the dark
on
code
the
and
heck
then
out of it.
just I don't know. I'll figure something out with it eventually. But there's a couple different spots that I got. Like I don't have very many gaps at the moment, so it's like I'm not really looking for anything right away. But I think I'm going to take the next couple weeks in league, and because I'm just subbing in them anyway, so it's not like I'm, who cares?
Yeah,
Um, I'm going to play around with a little bit of surface with that. I think the next couple weeks, and just kind of see what it gives me, and
I have a
then
hard time throwing surface in league just
well,
because
see,
they're kind
here's
of
the
hooked to the
thing.
right anyways.
Yeah, and so we tightened up our shot just a little bit, and I don't know if it's really helped anything, but I don't really think it's hurt all that much either. At least not in my eyes anyway, because I was able to play them both pretty much the same like as I am right now. Um, so like I told you, I hit my Zen just a little bit, but I left like the shine on it. So I think what I want to do is like I just want to take the shine off, or not like off, but like knock it off a little to where it has some teeth in it at least, and then hopefully it'll just kind of blend that spot. My fear is because it's pinned over my bridge, it's still going to be too whippy off the spot.
I had mine a 3,000, I believe, couple months ago,
Mm,
and it's like it's just so early now. And plus, it's a short pins. Doesn't like it doesn't help. That's why I
yeah,
wish I had to drill mine
and
more.
I don't know. I feel like the core and the cover are just fighting each other, so it's not one. It's like it'll blend the middle, and then like next thing you know, it skips the middle, and then it's just a straight hockey stick, and I don't like seeing hockey stick motion. So I mean, I understand there's a time and a place for it, but I just prefer not to see it if I don't have to. And like my reality, I don't know how I feel about that ball yet. I haven't thrown it enough.
I got some balls. I got to drill for high school.
Okay.
I got Black Widow 2.0 and Idle Synergy. I also have an Obsession Tour coming in
Right.
and another Zen. So I got those. I'll throw like an Idle, my spare ball in there. That's a pretty good high school arsenal for house.
Hmm. Sorry, I had a random text come through all of a sudden, so I had to reply to that real fast. Yeah, that's a good variety. I think you got some options. Um, obviously not everything is going to complement, as well as something different, but
No, I'm probably it depends how I like the obsession, but I'm gonna leave that out just for like a burn ball.
right. Right. I feel like that's another kind of like almost like a Zen-ish. I mean, you can throw it on pretty much anything.
It looks like a stronger web tour.
Yeah, that's kind of how I took them. The only difference is the obsession towards asymmetric.
Yeah, that's why I said stronger.
Right, right. I mean, stronger by default. So
Probably not as rounded.
no, I do like what I've seen out of it, and I've really been tempted to order one. I just haven't really seen Brunswick stuff that I like lately. I've just been kind of stuck on Storm 900 Global Rotor Grip stuff.
The Black
Um,
Widow is definitely a ball you're
that
gonna want.
that's another one that like I'm still considering. I don't know. There's a couple things that I'm looking at, and obviously I'm always eyeing the markets and what's new and what's hot, what's not. So
It's the slowest ASIM I've ever thrown and my favorite ASIM.
see, that almost scares me because I don't have a whole bunch of hand. I feel like I have enough, but I don't know.
It's super, super slow.
Yeah,
But
I
like
don't know.
let's get on a house check. It's like I can throw it to the friction and it won't boom.
Yeah, right. I think that's why a lot of people like I know there's a guy Peoria area. He drilled one and he went like 3 straight weeks of 800. Like he wasn't under 800 for 3 weeks with it.
Well, at that center especially, I can see that.
Well, I don't know if it was all at Landmark or if it was just that general area because he's on. So he bowls in like there's a Masters League that's like a travel. So
Okay.
they bowl at Landmark, they bowl at Mount Holly, which is the other center in Peoria. They bowl at Lynn Lanes in Canton. I'm pretty sure they still bowl at Potters and Morton. I think they even go to Washington and bowl at that center out there. And then I know they come to Twin and Bloomington and bowl at least once, maybe twice. There's a couple centers they hit a couple times, but regardless, wherever it is they were bowling at, if it was that league or not, I'm not sure. But wherever it is they bowl, he whacked them for 3 weeks with that ball. So, I mean, it's
Interesting.
kind of hard to deny. Like, it's hard not to say you whacked them whenever you shoot 800 3 weeks in a row. So, I mean, averaging like 270 plus for 3 weeks, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, like out of box, I love mine. And like as I got more and more games on it, it just didn't match up as well.
Mm,
And then like a light bulb kind of like went off my head today and say, oh, I should probably try and get it back to out of box surface. That's what I
right.
did. Like it kind of like I went back to 360, then 500, then whatever the surface prep is.
Right.
And it rolled kind of like it's brand new. Obviously not for as long.
No, no.
It was close.
See, yeah, and we have a misconception, I think, and this is the last point I'll hit on while we're talking bowling balls. So this is just my personal humbled opinion. If I have something that's like shiny, so like a Zen, Dark Code, UC2, what else do I have in my bag right now that's shiny? That's shiny. I think that's about it, really. I had an IQ Emerald. That's the other one I was thinking of. When I have shiny stuff like that, so Pearl, or even like sometimes a hybrid that's shiny, like just out of the box, I personally hate hitting them with surface and making them dull.
I do too.
And I
I
say
just don't
that,
have compound. I just don't have compound.
well, right. And I just hate hitting it, especially we go to a college tournament and like I see guys, maybe not even from our team, but just from all over that they'll take an emerald and they'll sand it down to like 1,000 and they'll just leave it that way.
I've
Well,
seen
then
I've
they
seen the
throw,
500.
well, yeah, but then they throw it for like 4 shots and then they put it away. Well, then we get later in the day when they need something that's clean and will actually, kind of corner. They have nothing because they sanded that ball down and they took it out of play. You threw it 4 shots in practice, hated how it looked, decided it wasn't going to be in play today. Well, then you get in front of the ball return and need something that's going to wheel, and you have nothing to do it with. So then you're trying to do it with your hand rather than just letting the ball do the work. I mean, granted, if you're that good, I mean, by all means, do what you got to do. But I'm not going to hit shiny stuff if I know at some point later in the block I think I'm going to need it.
Well, it's not like I have ball speed to begin with where I can like overpower them. So
Well, right.
I leave at least 2 balls.
Mm,
Like especially
yeah.
my burn ball
Mm,
that never gets touched.
right. And I don't know, but I wouldn't even really call it a misconception. I think I misspoke, but I've never been able to understand that. Even if they have two shiny balls, like I mean, what happens if that one that you didn't put surface on doesn't look good? Well, then you're still screwed, you
That's
know?
why it's like I'm always hesitant hitting balls with surface, especially like when I haven't
Yeah.
done a shot yet.
Yeah.
Like I know the pattern. I assume they're gonna be tight, but let me just throw a shot first and just
Yeah.
reassure that it's
I,
surface.
I, I want to know how tight they really are.
Yeah. Well,
And
it sucks at junior gold because like as soon as the lanes come on for practice, you can't hit a ball surface.
mhm,
Like,
yeah.
what do I do? Because especially because they are, at least for me this year, they always play tighter than practice.
mhm,
Like,
yeah, that's understandable. And I kind of, oh, I won't call it a mistake now, but like in Addison, I hit that phase two with 500, 2000. I was like, yeah, that might have been a mistake because it was like 23 mils or something. But then I
they
threw
play a
it
lot
basically
tighter
all
though.
day.
They
Yeah,
play a
I
lot
ended up
tighter.
throwing it all day.
Yeah.
So I pulled the day before and just threw one ball basically. It
Yeah.
was nice. I only had to use up two balls that weekend, and both
No,
of them were money balls.
if I wasn't like not thinking clearly, I should have thrown that Venom Shock all day.
Yeah, and it goes back to how we bowled like the first three games though. I mean, it
Yeah.
was hard for you to really make any major changes. I mean, because all your misses, they weren't that far off. I mean, the carry just sucked. Like there's no denying that. So
Fair.
it's hard to
I mean,
change off
like
of stuff like that.
I made like two other ball changes and then I went to it.
Right, right. And we didn't even think the idol looked all that bad either. That was the sad thing.
No.
I don't know. Crazy stuff, bro. That's all there is to that.
I wish I
Um,
could like think while I'm bowling, like I'm not bowling. And I feel like I would be way better.
yeah. I wish I was
Think as
so last night in league was that way. Like I wanted to shut the computer off. No, just wasn't happening. Just was not happening last night. But that's okay. It's trial and error. Just
it's
subbing. Who cares? Yeah, I don't really care. I'm averaging 230 again, so that's good. Back
all
where I
right.
wanted to be.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I'm out of talking points. So unless you got something else that you had just kind of hiding out in the wasteland,
No, I got a little bit of homework to do still. So
I got a paper to finish up real quick.
uh-huh.
College things. College things. It's not fun. Stay young.
Late.
Just stay young. That's all I'm gonna tell you to do. All right, man. It's good talking to you again. Thanks everybody for
Right.
tuning in.
Yep.
See what we planning Monday.
Monday
Monday.
with a very special guest. You guys are gonna enjoy them.
Oh, it's gonna be a blast. Can't wait. Cannot wait. So
No
yeah, we'll see you
spoilers.
Monday. This thing would be Friday whenever everyone's seeing this. So Friday or Saturday. So either way, be on the lookout like Monday or I'm sorry, Tuesday of next week
Tuesday.
is next video drop. Release the plan anyway. Plan.
Yes.
See. But anyways, I'm signing off.
I'm Bobby Habetler.
Blaine Hunt, and we will see you guys next week.
Next week.